show the all-female #1. These are all Marvel books.
Comics Closet.
Hey, I'm Lynn. Thanks for checking out my Comics Closet. This is the third installment of my #1 issue videos. These are all going to be female titles, or at least women on the covers. I'm going to be going next weekend to the Great Lakes Comic Convention. It's at the Macomb Expo Center in Warren, Michigan, at the Macomb Community College. So that's going to be on February 24th and 25th, which the 24th is my birthday. I'm going to get some books up to get signed for that, and then I'll be doing a haul video when I get back. So I'm going to show the rest of the books I have that are female titles. These are all Marvel female titles, and they're all #1s or one-shots. This is advertisement for Comics Corner, which is my LCS. If you need any books, if you're in Southeast Michigan, they've got 2 locations, one in Rochester Hills and one in Fraser. And they also have the back room, Aaron of Amped Comics Cleaner. He's pressing and cleaning books right out of the back room. It's very reasonable price. He does a great job, and he turns them over in a week, 10 days. And I can drop them off and just pick them back up. I'm going to send them through the mail. So this is one, I think I showed this on my last video just because it was sitting up here. She-Hulk graphic novel, which is actually graphic novel number 18, but I'm pretty sure it's the first graphic novel that She-Hulk was in. And also remember, I've got 100 subscribers coming up. I should be really close. I think I'm at 99. I think I was at 100 a couple days ago, and I think someone bailed out on me. So if you could please come back, or if you're seeing this now, just hit that subscribe button. Go to my, you might have to go to my channel page, but I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe and like, comment, and share, and give away one of these 2 books. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, number 63, triple signed by Barry Kitson, Scott Hanna, and Denny O'Neil, 9.6 CBCS, or 9.8 CGC, Venom number 26, signed by Shannon Mayer, who drew that awesome cover, and Cates and Stegman. So, you see, I've got all female comics back there that are graded or signed. Like my last video, I described them more, but let's get through this. First one is, and I'm not sure what these are, I think this was a free book that I picked up. Soleil, number 1. Actually, I have 2 of these. I think it was just a sample or a preview book type. But then this is Marvel Comic #1, Suburban Jersey Ninja She-Devils, which I think is kind of almost a comedy type book. I remember reading it, but I don't remember the storyline. And then there's Scarlet Witch, her first solo limited series, possessed by the demons of dark design. So she's getting really popular. She really featured in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, because she was possessed, actually, kind of by the Book of Vishanti, I believe. We have Kitty Pryde, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. Kitty's being all that she can be, leaving Excalibur for a whole new life. This is Kitty Pryde, 1 of 5, Shadow and Flame. And then I believe this is the biggie. Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, #1 in a 6-issue limited series, which you can see I have that over there, signed by Jim Shooter in a 9.4 with the custom label through CGC. And then I have Mystique, #1. And then we have Emma Frost, #1, Higher Learning, 1 of 6. X-Men Worlds Apart, number 1 of 4, featuring Storm on the cover. A really great drawing of Storm on the cover. Not sure who that artist is. It says from Yost, Neves, Taddeo, and Trevino. And then Storm, number 1. All new X-Men Limited Series foil cover. This is Dodson and Story art. I think that's the same thing. I have 2 of those. And I believe this is Rogue number 1. Which just has Stevenowitz, something like that, on the cover. A really nice Rogue cover. And then we have Rogue, finally because you demanded it, her first issue collector's item. That's a foil cover. Nice Rogue cover. Then X-Men Hope, which this is Swarzynski and Dillian. X-Men Hope one-shot. We have X-23 number 1, the Marvel Next series. Drawn by Tan. And we have X-23 number 1, Target X by Kyle, Yost, Choi, and Obak. And I've got 2 of those. NYX number 1, which I think number 3 is the first appearance of Laura, who's X-23. Which I haven't located that. I don't know if I have that or not. I didn't realize, I think at the time, that she was in it, or the significance. I'd like to pick that up, and I'm pretty sure it's a very expensive book for a modern book. And now we have Mrs. Marvel one shot, Miss Marvel number 1 one shot. She looks like she's binary. They're actually on the cover. Monica Rambeau, Photon number 1. It's a pretty new book. This is Ms. Marvel. This is the new Ms. Marvel, which I think Kamala Khan, the Dark Web series, number 1. Giant size Ms. Marvel, number 1. Featuring all new stories from the pages of House of M. And that's what Ms. Marvel is supposed to look like, which I think someone who would have been a great Ms. Marvel would have been Blake Lively, which is Ryan Reynolds' wife. I mean, I don't know if they could have gotten a better person to do Deadpool. He's hilarious as Deadpool, but I always saw Ms. Marvel as a tall, blonde knockout, and Brie Larson's just not that. She's not a bad looking lady, but I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with that whole movie or her as Ms. Marvel. Actually, I wasn't impressed because they didn't even show Captain Marvel. I wish they would have shown Captain Marvel. Anyway, I thought they would have a man Captain Marvel, which of course they turned it into a woman, which was Annette Bening, and I really like Annette Bening. But I just wish they would have stuck to the original storyline, even if they killed him off early in the story or something. But anyway, that was where I think the Marvel movies kind of really started going downhill, actually. So anyway, this is Ms. Marvel Annual number 1, with her and Spider-Man on the cover. And Ms. Marvel Storyteller number 1, which looks like she's a pirate lady there. I think that must be maybe some stories out of continuity. I think I read that book. So many I don't remember what's what anymore. These are Captain Marvel number 1, which that came out of Walmart, one of those Walmart packs. I have 2 of them here. I think I have a couple more. I bought a bunch of those Walmart packs and opened them at one time. Ms. Marvel #1 from the pages of the New Avengers, now in her own ongoing series. See, that's Ms. Marvel. And that's not Brie Larson. I thought she was good in what was it, Kong, was it Skull Island movie? She was pretty good in that. And it had Tom Hiddleston, who was Loki. I mean, I thought it was a decent movie for, action. A lot of crazy stuff in it. And this is Ms. Marvel, Fabulous First Issue, All Out Action, #1. It's the 30th. This may be a facsimile. Not sure. I know I have the original. I have an original issue of that. This may be it. I'd have to look. I was thinking I had it. Anyway, there's Ms. Marvel #1. And then we have, this is the all-new Savage She-Hulk from the Dark Reign storyline, 1 of 4, which she was kind of like an alternate universe She-Hulk, something like that. It was a whole different She-Hulk than that. This is She-Hulk #1, Dan Slott, Juan Babillo. I think this storyline is what they kind of based the series on, the show on. She-Hulk Sensational #1 one-shot. Anyway, here we have She-Hulk #1 one-shot, Cosmic Collision. It looks like she's got a sword with a star on it. And then we have, get it up here, She-Hulk #1, no adjective, just She-Hulk. Then we have Savage She-Hulk #1, which this is a facsimile issue, but I do have, I think I have 2 copies of this original issue, and I didn't locate them yet. But they're, mid. I think one's mid-grade, and one's a little higher. I'll have to get those out. Then I have Sensational She-Hulk #1 by John Byrne, which is where she did the original breaking of the fourth wall. She, had some irreverent comedy in it. Of course, John Byrne's always irreverent. The famous jump rope scene, jump rope cover. But I also have 2 copies of this, which is signed by John Byrne, which I had signed at the Motor City Comic Con on 3/26/1994, which says it was the 30th anniversary Motor City Comic Con. So this would have to be the 60th. I'm pretty sure I went a couple of years ago and they were calling it the 30th. So anyway, that's what I have for my female covers. I did a video response to Neil Collects Comics. He did a challenge to show the top 10 all girl or girl only covers. So that'll probably be one of mine. That's one of my favorites, and it's signed by John Byrne. So go back and check out my last videos if you like, and give me a like, give me a subscribe if you could. I'm trying to get up past that 100 subscribers. Even when I'm past it, we're going to do a comment picker. We'll leave a comment. I'll figure out a hashtag to put on it, and we will draw a winner in one of these 2 books. So appreciate you checking out my comic closet, where we bring comics and comic collecting right out of the closet.